Hello and welcome back to Castlegoat. In the previous episode, Sheila got into a spot of bother when she was caught almost outside the fort, though just inside, by two goblins who followed her into the entry corridor. So in this episode, I'm going to try and implement an idea that was suggested to me in the comments of the last video, and we're also going to be trying to change some of our building focus away from the Great Hall, which is largely done now, we're just waiting on furnishings, and instead begin to flesh out the work area for our carpenters. But also there's the promise of a merchant in this episode, so hopefully, fingers crossed, they will bring what we actually want to buy. Right, well, as you may notice, I am currently excavating all of the dirt that I replaced. Someone quite rightly pointed out in the comments that what I was doing was quite wasteful, in that by replacing the walls with dirt, I was effectively blocking these floor tiles, and if I drop the walls, this is basically how thick a floor tile is, but that will still count as a unit of materials. So each one of these floor tiles is a rock in and of itself. So by replacing it with walls, rebuilding the walls on top, I was making that rock inaccessible. Not especially efficient. We might not actually need that level of efficiency, but still I prefer to try to be efficient rather than wasteful. I've also added these woods in here. Again, I can just drop them down to actually see what the floors would be like. But those are the different colours of wood. And up here, as you can see, I'm beginning work on the stockpile area and the workshop area for our carpentry. It's going to be good to get that all done. And actually, on that note, it looks like they've already done this area. Yeah, I could... Ooh, wait. It's turning dark. The music is stopping. Now, someone has told me there's a little trick that you can use. Let me pause it for a moment. Even though it was paused, the music change would have happened normally. So if there were any enemies on the field, then I would have gotten like a combative music. That feels remarkably cheaty, though. I'm not going to do that again. But it's interesting to know that you can do that. Now, what we need are some stockpiles. First, what I'm going to have here is there's 4x3 here. We're going to have planks along there and then logs on this side. So since I know we've got 2, possibly 3 applewood crates, I'm going to make an applewood log stockpile. Now, anyone who's watched my spider slaughter series will know how I'm going to be setting these up with priorities. But for those who haven't, I'm just going to quickly go over what I'm going to do. We're going to have a high priority stockpile that's got a relatively high priority. 3 is the one that I'm going to be using for these sort of normal high priority tasks. 2 will be a priority I reserve for this is really important. For example, like bandages. This needs to be done before something else. 1 I'm going to reserve for really special occasions, things that aren't like a regular occurrence. Like, I absolutely need a certain thing moved to a certain location right now. I'll use priority 1. So I'm not going to have too many things, or hopefully anything more than 1 thing at priority 1 at a time. I might have a couple of things at priority 2, but priority 3 will be my general work sort of priority. Now, I'll go through here, make sure this is going to be applewood. So that's the applewood logs stockpile there. This is going to be the applewood logs overflow. Now, I'm going to leave that at priority 5. And what this will mean is that the gnomes will go out and they will attempt to fill the first stockpile at priority 3. Then they'll do other jobs that are at priority 3 or at priority 4 before worrying about this one. Because really, I'm going to have 1 crate that's ideally full of 32 logs. I might have more applewood logs out and about on the map, but I don't want the gnomes to prioritize bringing those in over other jobs which might be a bit more important than, you know, having another 32 applewood logs. Because realistically, I don't expect our sawmill to get through the applewood logs that are going to be there that fast. And then applewood planks. This is going to be priority 3 as well, just so that we can clear out the sawmill as quickly as possible to keep their efficiency up. And there we go. So we got, let me just double check that I've got all that set up. So this should be applewood. Is this set to bring in applewood and not orange, because I could have easily done that. No, that's applewood. Okay, fantastic. Now what I want is storage crates, and I would like some applewood crates. I only have one right now. We'll put that one there, and that one there. This is set up to make a couple, though. There we are. You may notice I've also set up pine tables. They will be going into the dining room as soon as possible. Ah, that's actually pretty good. So we've got a good idea of where the stone ends. So I'll just dig these walls back. Let's rotate around. We'll take this out a little bit further. So generally, I'm just kind of trying to explore how far back the stone is into the mountain here. And then I'll just excavate that large area. There we go. And it also keeps Jester busy. And away from trouble. Hopefully. That last bit, I'm not sure that that's really what's going to happen. But, you know, they'll try. And look at that. All of the applewood crates are done. That's fantastic. So now, people should hopefully be going out and grabbing wheelbarrows for that. However, I suppose I should set up a... Should set up a wheelbarrow to work here. Though, actually, never mind. That's I'm confusing Dwarf Fortress and Gnomoria. In Gnomoria, you don't need to designate which stockpile the wheelbarrow works on. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, there is definitely something bad on the map. Alright then. I understand. No, 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 no. Don't be out there. This is bad times. Okay. Merchant has arrived, but I've definitely got bad music. Is it a goblin wandering around? No? Music? Were you messing with me? I think it was. Cunning swine. He's trying to throw me off. Trying to tell me that I shouldn't just rely on that trick to know whether there are hostiles on the map. No, 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 there they are. Hello. Why on earth didn't they attack? They're unarmed. Okay. Who's this? Oh, Morito. Wow. That's a bit unfortunate, but, oh no. Bomberito, what are you doing? Why is no one attacking? Oh no, okay, they are attacking. Oh my god. Everything's going mad. Are you alright, Bomberito? What's going on here? Let's check this out, because things are going a little bit strange. Bomberito punched a goblin, hit in the lower body, smashing the skin, smashing the abdominal muscles. Goblin got up, drops the raw basalt. Yeah, don't let them arm themselves with giant rocks. Don't let them arm themselves with wheelbarrows, my lord. And here comes everyone else. Okay, the goblin is now dead. Why are they not being attacked? This is very bizarre. All squads, please get up there and destroy him utterly. I do not want him to be alive. He poses a threat to the whole kingdom. That's right. Some people up there with axes as well. Yeah, okay. My god, they're moving quickly. I'm wondering. Give me a moment. Let me just make sure AVG isn't doing something stupid. No? Apparently it's not. Though it is reporting that something has crashed. That's probably why things are moving very quickly there. Oh well. As long as it doesn't mess with the recording, I will count my blessings. Okay, now that wall has been done, so I can go ahead and build the wall in the corner there. I removed that little section so that they could get in that corner and replace the corner block. We want a basalt block, please. There we go. Right. Okay, we've got a merchant here. Now, question is, what do you have? Have you got any mushrooms? Or mushroom spores? Have you got anything that I can use to make tea? No? Really? I just don't understand you people. Do you actually want to make money? I'm here. I've pretty much told you at this point that I will sell whatever it takes to get the means to make tea. I would even sell some of our gnomes to get the means to make tea. And you're not bringing it. It's like you're not even trying. However, you do have emus and alpacas. I suppose I'll take that as a consolation prize. Not particularly happy about it. How many trade goods have we got? Right, statuettes. We have not got very many. Got one superior one, though. Ooh, that's very nice. But overall, not very many. I don't think we're going to be able to afford 2 then. So a breeding pair is out of the question. You know what? I'm going to set up a little area. Just for now. This is going to be a tiny little pasture for emus. Yeah, whatever. Max males one, actually. And that should be okay. I'm not sure if emus require straw. I assume they will. Just because game logic. But I'm not even sure if emus would eat straw in real life. I can't say that I know anything about emus other than the fact that they're large birds with extremely large eyes. But that's about the extent of my emu knowledge. Now then, right, there's one thing I want from you, and that is the female... Oh no! We've got yaks and alpacas. Damn it, I thought they were emus. Well, okay then. Female alpaca, I suppose. We'll take that. First though, I should really make sure that this is set up to be an alpaca pasture then. Oh man, I was hoping we'd get fantastic eggs and things. It would have been awesome. We'd have had omelets. I guess it was wishful thinking. Okay, well, I'll take a female alpaca. And oh, that's quite cool. It remembers the settings. I will have to keep that in mind in the future. Right, where are our statuettes? Here we are. You can have all of those, all of those, all of those, and all of those. Okay, that actually brings us fairly close. Much closer than I was expecting, honestly. Alright, have we got any seeds or anything I can sell? Anything that you don't eat, because we're about to go into winter, so I don't really want to sell off our important stuff. We've got a lot of this. I'll sell 111 of these. No, that was 4 I was pressing. There we go. So that brings us a bit closer. We've only got about 151 to get. You can have all of our raw sapphires. Well, that brings us really close. We only need 103 now. I could sell some pine... You know what? Yeah, okay. We'll sell 103 pine logs. That should give us exactly enough. Now, is there anything else I particularly want from you? Really, are there honestly no mushroom spores? Why? Why would you do this to me? You have no idea how desperately I want to be able to give our gnomes tea. Or maybe you do. Maybe that... this is just a ploy. You're going to drive the price up by just not supplying any. You swines. But there we go. Now, that alpaca should hopefully be marched off to the pasture straight away. And a trough should be built, and it should be filled with straw. So, it's unfortunate that that's actually quite close, but at least now we're going to get regular amounts of wool. So, you know, could be worse. Now, we need... Let's think. I would like some... We want some more crates. 3 more crates for the wood purposes. And what planks have we got? We'll go with birch. Let's move it. Oh man, this is going to be a pain in the arse now getting all the way up there. As you may notice, I've changed the sticks that are being produced just to 8 of each, since that will fit in one single barrel. Crate. I really should have set up the build orders for all of the crates ahead of time. But on the plus side, once that's made, we're gonna, and now that we've gotten rid of a lot of the logs that we had hanging around, there should be plenty of space. As you can see, all of these are green, so they well, in fact, all of those are green. Wow. We probably had a lot of logs in these initial crates, so there should be a lot of stuff being moved around the fort right now. Now then, whilst you're busy doing that, we're going to make some doors, I think. Stonemason. I would like some stone doors. 2 of them, in fact. You can make them out of... Yeah, go ahead and make them out of basalt. And we're going to door up over here. And hopefully that will give people a little bit of time to get further in. Like what we saw with Sheelab, she was basically being chased by goblins. Had there been doors here, the goblins would have had to stop at the doors to bash their way through in order to follow Sheelab. So it would have given her a little bit more time. Now, we've got a skull on the pole. I believe we do have a yak skull. Let's get this set up. Which stick? It doesn't really matter too much. We'll use a pine stick. And we'll stick this... I guess we'll stick it over there. There we go. Got to keep up with the look and feel of the fort. It's quite important, I feel. Now, let's continue expanding this strip mining operation back just until we find out where the rock ends. And then we can plan what we're going to do with this huge area that we're going to excavate. Oh, I've done that a little bit far out. Let me fix that. It looks like time is changing again. Just come up to 7 PM, so I guess this is now night in Gnomoria. Okay. Now, once these tables have been made, that I don't think any have been made, unfortunately. They're working on the birch crates at the moment, and probably then the sticks. It's going to be a little while before we've got everything, unfortunately, there. But right now, a lot of the planks are being used up here anyway. But actually, you've done really well. Bloody hell. Well done, guys. Let's go ahead and build the fence. Now, what type of fence? Oh, we're not going to make it a picket fence. That would be a bit silly. We'll use pine planks, I think. And we're going to have the fences come out like that. And once they're done, we'll run... Well, actually, I can do this one straight away. Like so. How many do you need? Is it just one per? No, it's 2 per. Oh, okay then. That is going to be a little bit annoying, but... Still, once that's all set up, then this area will almost be ready. We need some more sandstone, though. I should get some more of that being dug out. And whilst I'm here, may as well push that back. And then dig down a ramp. About there. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. That should do. Get digging, please. It'll mostly be Majesta. Now, you're going to be hanging around for a little while. But one thing I did notice on the screen was that we had quite a few copper shards. Let me just have a look at that. Where would that be under? It'd probably be under goods. Metals. Right. Oh, yeah, let's bring that up. We've got 6 copper ore and 17 copper slivers. That's fantastic. Can we smelt those? Now, those are all on repeat, so any worn stuff we get will immediately be smelted. Where is this? This is the smelter, so... Do you not... Do you not make those things? Really? I would have thought you made ingots. Perhaps I'm wrong there, though. Oh, no, of course, it's listing all of the things that it can smelt. Oh, that's a bit annoying, honestly. I need ore. Just regular ore. I can't see it. I can't for the life of me see just regular ore in here to be smelted. Let me go through one more time. It should... Well, I was going to say it should be down here alphabetically, but no. Okay, well, that's a little bit weird, to say the least. Alright, if it's not there, it's not there. I'm not sure what we'll need for that then. Don't tell me it's in the furnace. No, the furnace only produces coal. Okay, well, let's have a look at the workshops then. Metal. So we've got the... forge. Melt raw metal ore into ingots. Okay. Well, that seems a little bit weird, but okay. So the smelter just turns objects into metal slivers then. What do I need for a forge? I need a hearth, a bellows, and a mold. Alright. Let's get those being made. A hearth, a bellows, and a mold. It's going to take 6... No, we'll use basalt again, because we're going to have loads of that. And same for basalt there. And a bellows, please. Though it looks like my carpenter is... There's a lot of stuff that he can't shift. That's no good. Go ahead and make the bellows out of... yeah, make it out of orange wood. What have you got here, then, that is clogging you? Got loads of pine torches and then loads of sticks. Do these not get stored? Is this only accepting one type of stick? Should be accepting all sorts of sticks. Let's have a look. It might just be that this is already... yeah, I see. I've messed that up a little bit. Let me just fix that. We want to extend this stockpile out there. And then hopefully they'll move one thing out. But I suppose I could put up a couple of torches since I actually want to. That'll free up a little bit of space as well. We'll get a torch built in there. And then run down here as well. Now then. Ah, look at you. All happy over there. Being sheared regularly, I hope. We are going to need another... have you got enough room in there now? I think you might possibly have enough room. Well, it looks like we've got to wait for a little while just for some more wood to be brought in. At some point I'm going to need to make another wheelbarrow, I think, as well. But I shall be back when there is something interesting to report. See you then. Well, as you can hear, the music appears to be the combative music, so I'm expecting some visitors. Oh, hello. The visitors are already in here. You kind of little sods. They're chasing after McJess. Oh, that's a bad move. He's got a pick. Well, you do have a hammer. Right. In this moment of pausedness, I will quickly go over what I've done, because it has been a good couple of minutes since I paused the recording. I've prepared this area. In fact, it's ready now, so I can go ahead and set this up for after the fight. The doors are going to go here. And as you can see from the stonework I've chosen, there's going to be marble on the floor, and then the walls are going to be in basalt. In fact, for the most of the fort, the walls are going to be in basalt, I think, given that that's my... most common stone. Up here, as you can see, we've got a couple of things set up. I've gone ahead and I've set up this storage for birch and for orange. The crates are being made at the moment for that, and once they're done, I'll set it up for for pine on the very far side. I've got one more tile of sandstone that's needed there, and then I can actually build a workshop. And the others are in various stages of completion. I've also had all tools and armor brought in here, because I kept noticing that the picks were being left up at the strip mine up on the hill. So that has brought that down here so the goblins can't equip themselves. But now, I suppose it is time for a fight. Let's get everyone out there to attack, because no one has spotted these guys yet. It's just that I've got torches in here that are letting me see them. Oh, and you will also notice that I've got some torches on the walls up here. So it actually looks pretty good. Oh, and the fence is done. I should set that up as well. And then that area will be more or less ready. As soon as those tiles are done, then we'll be able to get the workshops built up there. And our carpentry area will be complete. I'll be very happy to see that done. Now then, get out there. Fight. McJester, what are you doing? Oh, you've just spotted them. What? Why are you running, McJester, you crazy fool? Though you have dropped your pick, and that's good, because it means you're fighting at your tip-top condition. Everyone else is showing up. Some of them have shown up with crates. Those goblins were beaten to death by an angry mob wielding crates and wheelbarrows. Who was wielding the crate? Bomberito. Taking revenge for earlier, I see. Who's wielding the wheelbarrow? Metasepia. Well done, and an Arch XL. You crazy fools. Of course... Oh, actually, that's not Alanra. I thought that was Alanra. Where's Alanra, then? That's Sheelab. Where's Alanra? That's Alanra, yes. Well, Alanra's not wielding anything either. She doesn't need to. Now, once we've actually got the metal set up and the workshops ready to build our forge, then I will look to make another set of armor. And then we will actually look for the two people most suited to combat. And I'm thinking that I will set them up on a training grounds perpetually. And that will be the soldier's life for them. I think it goes without saying that Alanra is going to be one of our first soldiers. Who will be joining her, though, that remains to be decided. There's a sandwich there in the hospital. Why is there a delicious goblin sandwich there that was lovingly crafted by Deathbot? Oh, poorly crafted. Well, maybe he was having a bad day and he was upset about something, and his tears worked their way into the dough that was used to make the bread. Yeah, it's something like that was going on. No, that's actually not too bad, but I have noticed that we've actually got an enormous amount of sandstone. I was assuming that the reason for that sandstone wasn't being turned into blocks is we didn't have any. We do. We've got enormous stockpiles of it. However, what I've done is I've gone ahead to the stone cutter and just moved sandstone up in the priority for now. So when the stone cutter is actually cutting stone, it'll be sandstone that they're cutting. At least until this is done, and then I'll shift it back down so it's all alphabetical again. Now, you finished there. You don't have anywhere else to store that. So let's go ahead and get a new area for you. We'll just make this for trade goods. Now, I have made a little stockpile specifically for fruit, and I'm going to wait until I've got some crates, and then I'm going to have that there so that people will prioritize bringing in fruit for the distillery there. I'm actually really pleased that this is getting done so quickly. This is actually going really, really well. Now, what are you working on currently? You should be working on the last of the orangewood crates. That's great. And then you can work on orangewood bellows. Once we've got that, I won't put any more crates in the queue there until the bellows are done. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. It is rather early for me, and my throat hasn't properly warmed up yet. Even though I've been talking for like half an hour. It took a very long time. Wow, those wheelbarrows. How did I ever survive until they were added to this game? I have no idea. To move this much rock in Spider Slaughter would have taken the entirety of my gnomish fortress, a good 5 minutes of running around like blue-ass flies. Craziness. Well, we'll expand the strip mine. We're getting close to the point where I think we'll have gone all the way through soon, actually. Actually, I'll just do that. Once we've got all of this back, then I'll replace the floor. Then I'll probably replace a wall or something and cordon off a little area in here. And that'll be our stairwell going down. And then we'll have strip mines branching off from there. That will be our proper mining area. This whole hill is just going to be hollowed out for that purpose. Or rather, beneath it will be anyway. We're not going to be doing any mining underneath our home hill. Not for any particular game mechanics reason, because I do not believe that things will like collapse in this like they will in Dwarf Fortress, but just because it makes sense to me not to ruin your own home. Now then, there's not actually much room. Actually, what we could do is we could deconstruct this in order to build a forge. I'm going to hope that we've got everything ready for that. I'm not sure that we do, but we'll see in a moment. Let's build a workshop, and we would like very much a forge, please. Ah, we don't have the half of the mold. That's probably because I've prioritized making sand. Oh, ha! Fantastic. Okay, well, sandstone blocks can move back down the list. And soon we will have everything we need to make the forge. But with this done, oh, gloriousness awaits. Right, first and foremost, let's get rid of this stockpile. We do not need this anymore. So remove designation, the little stick stockpile here. And we'll keep this for now. But I would very much like you to build storage crate. We've only got the stick crate right now, but that's almost emptied. We'll stick that up here so that we can move all our trade goods into it so that you can keep on working. Though you may actually be using up our basalt a little bit faster than I would like. Yeah, you are actually. That does pose a little bit of a problem. I think what we're going to end up needing is more than one stone cutter, ultimately. But for now, I'll let you just fill up that, and once that's full of 32, then I'm not going to add another crate to this trade goods stockpile. However, I would like you to make me another crate of some description, in fact 2 of them, so that I can get some fruit into the fort. I will make it out of orange wood again, since we've got a lot of that. I'll just put this up underneath the sticks, so that they'll get done faster. And then we can go ahead and build the storage in the fruit stockpile. We know there'll be orange wood crates, so I can just go ahead and do that straight away. But there we go. Things are going well, I feel. And soon, very soon, we're going to have our carpentry area fleshed out. Now, the only thing that I do regret we can't do is make pillars properly. You can make a pillar, but the way that they're made requires that you build a floor between one pillar and another, so you can't basically stack them and have them look good. They look very weird because you've got this thin, narrow, nice-looking pillar, then a square stone floor on top of it, then another thin, nice-looking pillar, and it kind of throws off the aesthetic, so I'm not going to do that. But it would have been nice to have a visible supporting structure there. A legendary goblin sandwich has just been made. Where? The manly sandwich. My god. My god, Deathbot, this is science right here. This is science and art brought together in a delicious, mouth-watering fusion. The manly sandwich. I almost don't want anyone to ever eat that. It is the pinnacle of culinary art. I agree. While you take a few moments to wrap your mind around the idea of the manly sandwich, I think I will take this opportunity to wrap this episode up. We've achieved quite a lot of things. Aside from the creation of the manly sandwich itself, we've also finished the construction of the woodworking area. We haven't yet built the workshops themselves, but we have created a space for them, we've decorated it, we've even got the storage space already set up and designated. So in the next episode, aside from getting the workshops deconstructed and rebuilt in their new home, we can look at setting up the next industry, which will more than likely be the stoneworking industry. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, I hope you'll join me for the next, but until then, do take care.